Hello, first graders. Welcome back for our second session of Martina, the Beautiful Cockroach. Remember, we read the beginning of the story last time where we found out what Martina's problem was. We found out that Martina was looking for someone to marry. She was looking for a suitable suitor. Remember, a suitor is someone who wants to marry a person. Usually it's men who want to marry a woman or a girl. And we found out how Martina did the coffee test on two of the suitors. And both Don Gallo and Don Cerdo were unsuitable for her, because they were rude and they yelled at her and got furious at her for spilling the coffee on their shoes. So let's find out what happens to Martina today. Is she able to find a good suitor? Will she be able to solve her problem? Let's see. Okay, we have a new suitor showing up. What does this guy look like? He has some kind of reptile. It's a lizard, Don Lagarto. And look at Martina's face. How does she look? How would you describe the look on her face? How does she feel about this guy? Yeah, she looks disgusted. Like, get away from me. Now, look at that look on her face. She doesn't even want to open her eyes and look at him. These suitors keep getting worse, it seems. Let's find out what happens. The pig was scarcely out of sight when Don Lagarto, the lizard, crept over the railing. His oily fingers brushed the little cockroach's lovely mantilla. "You shouldn't sneak up on a lady like that." "I don't sneak, I creep," he said, circling Martina. For some reason, this fellow really bugged her. "I've had enough of creeps for one day," said Martina. "Adios." "But I need you. Wait." The lizard fell on one scaly knee and warbled, "Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha, won't you be my wife?" Martina sighed. "Let me see if there's any coffee left." She wants to get rid of this guy. Oh my goodness. Look at Don Lagarto. How does he look? And what do you notice about Martina? What does she have in her hands? 2 coffee cups. Why do you think she brought 2? Yeah, I think maybe it's because she really wants to get rid of this guy. This guy gives her the creeps. This time, she wasn't taking any chances. Martina returned with 2 cups for the lizard. "Psst, psst," he spat. Don Lagarto was livid. He changed colors 3 times before he finally found his true one. "And to think," he hissed, "I was going to eat or marry you." Martina stared at the lizard. You could have heard a breadcrumb drop. "Food for thought, senor," Martina said icily, "but I must refuse. You are much too cold-blooded for me." Now we learned that reptiles are cold-blooded. Remember we read that nonfiction book, Too Hot, Too Cold? But But what does cold-blooded mean in this context? How is Martina using it? Does she actually mean that Don Lagarto has to be in a warm place in order for his body temperature to get warm? When she says he's cold-blooded, what does it mean if if someone is cold-blooded? It means they have no feelings. Yeah, he has no feelings. Does Don Lagarto like Martina? Does he love Martina? Does he have any feelings toward Martina? No. What did he want to do? Yes, he wanted to eat her because lizards like to eat insects. So that coffee test really saved Martina this time. She could have been eaten by that lizard. When her grandmother returned to collect the dirty coffee cups, Martina was still fuming. "I'm going inside, Abuela." "So soon? See, I'm afraid of whom I might meet next." Abuela drew Martina to the railing and pointed to the garden below. "What about him?" They're up in the street lamp, and hanging from the street lamp is a potted plant. And inside the potted plant, can you see what it is? Yes, a tiny mouse. And Martina's grandmother is saying, maybe he might make a good suitor. Martina looked down at the tiny brown mouse, and her cockroach heart began to beat faster. Ticky-tin, ticky-tan. "Oh, Abuela, he's adorable. Where has he been?" "Right here all along." "What do I do?" "Go talk to him and just be yourself." And there's Martina talking to the little mouse. Martina handed Abuela her piñata and mantilla, then scurried down to the garden. The mouse was waiting. Ticky-tin, ticky-tan. "Hola." "Hello." His voice was like warm honey. "My name is Perez." "Hola," she whispered shyly. "I'm Martina." "The beautiful cockroach," he finished for her. "You think I'm beautiful?" The little mouse turned pink under his fur. "Well, my eyes are rather weak, but I have excellent ears. I know you are strong and good, Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha." Then he squinted sweetly. "Who cares if you are beautiful?" Ticky-tin, ticky-tan. "Martina, don't forget the coffee." It was Abuela. Do you think Martina wants to do the coffee test on Perez? Do you think so? I don't know. Did she run and get the coffee the way she did before with the other suitors? No, I think she likes Perez. She doesn't want to do the coffee test on him. Why not? Why do you think she wouldn't want to do the coffee test on him? What is she afraid of? Yeah, she's afraid it might make her change her mind about him because right now she really likes him. Let's find out what happens. What do you think is going to happen when Martina does the coffee test on Perez? Do you think he's going to get angry like the other suitors? Why or why not? Turn and tell mom and dad or brother or sister your prediction. Do you think that Perez will get mad when Martina spills coffee on his shoes? Why or why not? Okay, let's find out what happens. No, thought Martina. No coffee for Perez. Look at her. Does she look happy that she's ready to pour coffee? No. She looks sad and reluctant, like she doesn't want to go. Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha. Si, abuela. Martina knew better than to argue with her Cuban grandmother. With a heavy heart, she reached for the cup. With a heavy heart. Do you remember what a heavy heart is? We had that expression, I think, back when we read the book Yashen, the Chinese Cinderella story. And it talked about with a heavy heart, Yashen took the shoe. It was after she lost her one shoe and she took the other shoe and buried it in the bed straw with a heavy heart. What does that mean with a heavy heart? Does it mean that her heart is like as big and heavy as a rock? How does Martina feel? Yeah, she feels sad. With a heavy heart means that you feel sad. So she reached for the cup and she's getting ready to pour it on Perez's shoes. And look. How does Martina look now? She looks surprised. Does she look angry? No. What is she looking at? What has happened? Yes, it looks as though Perez has poured coffee on Martina's shoe. Let's find out. But Perez got there first. Quick as a mouse, he splashed Café Cubano onto Martina's shoes. Now the coffee was on the other foot. Martina was too delighted to be angry. She was too happy to be angry. Why do you think she's happy? Would you be happy if somebody spilled coffee on your shoes? No, but why is Martina delighted? Or why is she happy? That word delighted means happy. Why is she happy? Yes, because she likes Perez. She wants him to marry her. So she doesn't even care if he pours coffee on her shoes. At last she had found her perfect match. But she had to ask, how did you know about the coffee test? Perez grinned. Well, mi amor, my love, I too have a Cuban grandmother. And there's Martina's grandmother and Perez's grandmother drinking coffee together. And I think that Perez and Martina most likely lived happily ever after. So how is the problem solved? Can you turn and tell mom and dad or brother or sister how Martina's problem is solved? How she is, remember her problem is that she has to find a suitor and she has to use the coffee test in order to find a suitable suitor. So how is the problem solved at the end of the story? Yes, you are right. Her grandmother points to the little mouse that lives in the flower pot down below the street lamp. And Martina goes and talks to him. And she likes him. And she doesn't even have to do the coffee test on him because he does it first. And Martina is delighted. And they live happily ever after. That's one of my favorite folk tales. I hope you liked it, first graders. I miss you very much, and I look forward to hearing your responses to our discussion questions in Flipgrid. See you soon. Bye.